Okay, so we'll do another knot. This one we're going to tie is the bowline. Bowline is a classic knot. The reason for a bowline is that you want to make a loop that will not slip. So kind of the classic example that you see in all the books is someone's fallen down a cliff or fallen down a well. You need to pass them a rope, and either you need to give them a loop so they can put it around their body and you can haul them up, or they need to tie a loop around themselves. Now, of course, you don't want it to slip, because if that knot slips, it's going to get tighter and tighter. But there's a lot more mundane reasons for a bowline. You can use it at the top of a guy line, so the bit right at the top of the tent, if you want to pull it out. Bowline's really good for that. Or just anywhere where you're going to tie a rope, say to a tree, and you just want it to hang there, and you don't want it to slip. You want the loop to stay the same size all the way around. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so to tie a bowline, I've got a piece of loop of rope here. Now, what I'm going to do is this distance here. That's going to be the loop that I create. Okay, so when it comes to a bowline, there's two loops. There's, I want to create a loop like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, if that's how big I want my loop to be, then somewhere around here that I have to start the knot. Okay, so I've got this long end, and I've got this whole other distance of rope. Okay, now, I've just made a tiny loop. Okay, now, this end of the rope here, this is my working end. Okay, this other end is the long distance of rope. I mean, so that that could be dozens or hundreds of feet. But this is where my loop's going to be, here. Okay, so I've just made this little loop. Now, something really important. This is your hole. This is your tree. Imagine that's a tree. Now, this is critical. If you get this wrong, you won't the knot won't stay tight. I've got my loop, or I've got my hole rather. I've got my tree. Now, notice the tree here grows up from underneath the ground. Okay, it goes underneath that bit right there. It grows up just like a tree does. Roots come up underneath. Doesn't go like that. Okay, that's the tree coming up without coming underneath the ground. You want the tree to be like that. Okay, comes up from underneath the ground. This bit is my rabbit. Okay, rabbit comes up the hole, round the back of the tree, and then back down the hole. Okay. Now, so that's my rabbit. That's my tree. I'm always holding my tree in this hand. And this bit right here, this is what I call the rabbit's tail, because that's, you see the rabbit, it's this right here. Okay, that's my hole. So I take the rabbit, I take his tail, hold those together in one hand, I hold the tree in the other hand, and I pull. And that is the bowline. Now you see, that's the loop that we're trying to create. That's the loop. Doesn't matter how hard I pull, that loop is not going to come out. Let's do that one more time. Okay. So, here's my rope. Make my hole, my tree. Remember, the tree comes up from underneath the ground. Rabbit comes up the hole, round the back of the tree, and back down the hole. Hold on to the rabbit and his tail, pull on the tree, and pull. That's bowline. Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Tying a bowline, very, very useful knot. Use it all the time. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Enjoy the outdoors.